Okay, so there's a lot of Chongyun hype going around right now since the new Cryo set has been announced, so I decided to make this video as soon as possible to analyze him as a main DPS before anybody falls for the hype and invests into this guy without knowing the pros and cons. Now, if you're out of the loop, basically everyone wants to build Chongyun now because he has a new Cryo set coming, which is gonna make him a crit machine capable of dishing out stupid damage. But let's calm down and think for a second. So first, we need to analyze what Chongyun does well right now. As most of you know, in the game's current state, he is the only unit who can make a melt composition possible, but that is only with Diluc. The basic idea is that Chongyun's E turns physical attack into cryo, and Diluc has the unique ability of making his physical attacks pyro. So Diluc just transforms whatever Chongyun transforms, he just transforms it from cryo back to pyro, and boom, you have a melt comp. This is literally the only use that Chongyun has that is valuable, and it's insane value, by the way. A melt comp is every theory crafter's wet dream right now. But since he transforms normal attacks, he doesn't go well with most DPS in the game currently, and that makes the only other option left for Chongyun is to become a main DPS himself, which is what the new Cryo set now makes very possible. However, everyone is missing the fact that the new Cryo set is also going to make Chongyun an even better burst DPS support unit, because every time you swap into him, you will be able to dish out so much freaking damage because his crit rate is so damn high. In other words, Chongyun is built to be a transformer and a burst DPS unit, but please don't leave yet because there is much more to this that allows us to use and build him as a main DPS for now. So that said, let's talk about point number 2. Now, how have everybody forgotten that there are more cryo DPS units that we know are coming to this game? There's Ganyu, we have Ayaka, and Signora is most likely going to be a DPS unit as well. My point is that we have better cryo DPS options, guys. Now, what does this mean? Does this mean you shouldn't build Chongyun as main DPS unit? Well, if it was any other cryo unit like Keaya who sucks at being a burst support, then I would have said no. And yes, this does mean I'm saying no to main DPS Keaya. Don't fall for the hype, guys. Do not build main DPS Keaya if you're saving for someone like Ganyu or Ayaka or Signora and you plan to use them as your main DPS. Unless you don't mind having 2 cryo main DPS units, which is completely fine. I personally would like to have 1 main DPS unit of each element before I even think about having 2 of the same element, but if you want to go full Pokemon style, then fine. Go ahead. After all, it's just a game and you can play it how you want. But I seriously would not encourage you guys to build main DPS Keaya because he's not that great, alright? And there are better options. Now, why would I encourage building Chongyun main DPS but not Keaya as main DPS? Well, you see, it's quite simple. She's just like Beidou with her Electro build. Chongyun's main DPS build and burst DPS builds are exactly the freaking same. They're exactly the same. This means you can safely build a C1 Chongyun as main DPS and later switch him over to a burst DPS role for more powerful units like Diluc, Ayaka, or Ganyu. You see, split damage cryo units like Ganyu and Ayaka all need Chongyun on their team to turn their normal attacks into cryo because they will be built on cryo damage. Keaya, of course, falls into this exact same category as well because he is main DPS material, but that is the problem. If you build him now and would like to have a better cryo DPS in the future, which is more likely the case, you'll end up wasting resources on him because he's not that great of a burst support like Chongyun. As a matter of fact, the only thing Keaya is gonna be useful for is for cryo enabling. He is the free play option for cryo enabling, which is what I mentioned in my Razor video. So check that out if you're interested. Now, the idea is basically to use Chongyun as a main DPS for now if you don't have one yet, and later you could switch him to being a transformer for cryo main DPS units on your team. Of course, I will do theory graphic compositions for all of them. My theory graphic composition series have very unique team building videos that I've designed to talk about what a main DPS needs to function at their maximum potential, even if the units needed don't even exist yet. It's designed that way so we can be conscious of what our main DPS is looking for, and the one for Razor is already up, and since the Chongyun hype is going around, I will do him next and probably followed by Kaya. You see, people missing stuff like this is pretty much the reason why I came on YouTube to talk about the game. And also, I want to show you guys how I've been manipulating substats and artifacts in pretty much every single gacha game I play. And yeah, I've been playing gacha game for years upon years, some really horrible ones too. Anyways, the artifact video is like an hour long, and it's really worth watching until the end if you want those god rolls and knowing what substats are going to get hit when you upgrade. I'm not bullshitting, I'm not clickbaiting. I seriously cannot bring myself to do that, and I don't need to because I'm here to bring value, and that's all I really care about. Other people have different priorities, and I respect that. So for fuck's sake, don't think I'm taking jabs at any other content creator because I watch almost every single Genshin Impact content creator out there, and I love each and every one of them. And shit, I'm rambling. Fuck. Anyways, the link to the artifact video is down below. Now, to quickly summarize what was said here, don't build Kaya if you're interested in Diluc or future main DPS Cryo units, and main DPS Chongyun is considered a safe choice because he will be needed as burst DPS in the future and as a transformer for other Cryo split damage units, and the builds are both the same. All I said, you can subscribe if you like analysis content like this, and do share these videos around if you found them helpful. Like and subscribe, whatever, and yeah. How do I end this? Anyways, as usual, don't forget, learn the game and play the cards you were dealt.